Yeah, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. This is gonna be the games 3 and 4 of my GP run for stage 2 of Omens of the 10. Rotation 1. Yeah, sorry about that. This is obviously, like, that's pretty like mouthy title. I do not enjoy having to say that every single time, but I'm probably gonna like try to like abbreviate it in the future. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so for those of you who are watching, again, you should already watch part 1, which had games 1 and 2. I'm not really going to talk about the deck list or anything like that, just because, again, if you want to find the deck list, you can find that in part 1. I will go ahead and leave a link to that in the description. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go on to games 3 and 4. So game 3, I'm playing versus Forestcraft. Typically speaking, versus Forestcraft, it kind of goes either way. Now, I do think that you as Sword are a bit favored in that matchup, because you have a lot of different things you can do. Especially now, because like for Forest in particular, the Tempo Forest version of, Tempo Forest got a little bit weaker because you know Fairy Drive, but there's no Brambles, and those go a long way to kind of like getting you dead. So now if they want to, go ahead and like end the game, they're actually in a little bit of a similar situation that a Forest, not a Sword, which they do need to have a board. So if they don't have a board, they can't do anything. Now, that being said, Luxley, Bale, as well as Matera, as well as Rain, Elfsong, all of these things, they're still here. They're still kicking it. They're still strong. Axeman still a crazy card, and it's definitely a bit of a board-based, mid-range kind of like grind, kind of like matchup and whatnot. So let's go and hop right on into the game. Got the roar with the young Dragon Life Blade. Yeah. So going into this matchup, like I was like, okay, like I literally knew exactly what he was, because thankfully we're no longer where we were in like CG or say like DB&E, where you have the chance of like not knowing what your force opponent is playing. No, I know exactly what he's playing. Just because Temper Force is it's kicking it. Like the only thing I don't know is whether or not there's a chance he might be like Jerry Force or something like that. Because I know my boy Sari's been playing that a lot. I died to it the other day as well too. So yeah. So I did keep the Bear Knight. I was going first, so I was like, let's go and keep a nice 2-drop. I pick up the Young Latham, so that's really good. So I have a nice array of options here. Now here he plays Fairy Circle in 1. Okay, I'm like, cool, old school, going old school. So when he does that, I'm like, oh crap. Is he gonna play Fairy, then play Ancient Elf on 3? It brings me back. It really does bring me back. So here I do pick up the Mars, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for the young, turn 3, turn 4 game ender, because if it works, I can trigger Mars on 3 different creatures. So I essentially just get 6 mana on turn 4. That's crazy. Well, not really like 6 mana, but I convert 6 mana worth of stats to the board immediately, and that's insane. Now we see here that he only redrew 1 card, so I am pretty sure he's not gonna have the Airbound Barrage that would like kill us. Thankfully, because of the word, he can't even play Insect Lord either. Like he would have to be able to like snipe this somehow, but he can't do that. So he plays Spirit Singer here, and when he second plays, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now, really quickly, before I go any further than this, I know, every now and then people are like, oh, when they see me playing Mars, like, oh, why are you playing Mars? Like, Mars is like so bad. It's not even that Mars is bad. Like, Mars as a 3-drop is a crazy 3-drop. Like, Mars, if she sticks, has potential to like, snowball you very, very far, and just like help you win the game. Now, mind you, that being said, she doesn't have to be the 3-drop that you play. Like, you do have options, and that's a big thing about Swordcraft right now, is that you do have options in some of your mana, your mana cost slots, and the 3-drop slot is definitely a big one. You do have to play Octress, you do have to play Voss, but you don't have to play Mars, and you don't have to play Master Tempest. Like, you can usually kind of like pick one of the 2 of those, and just decide what you want to do from there. Now, speaking, I decided to go for Mars because I really like. Again, I've been dropped on my neck, and I've dropped other people on their necks with Mars in the past. So like, yeah. So go ahead and like see the impact of Mars here. So I go ahead and play the Latham again. I excel it. Like I have a very, very good turn 4, 5, and 6, and 7. This game's donezo. So I go ahead and trade my coup. Go ahead and go face for 2. Now, the nice thing is that, again, he played his fairies already, so I don't have to worry about Rain. I don't have to worry about Rain this turn. I do have to worry about Matera, but the nice thing is that no matter how he clears this board, I'm able to full clear the board. I can probably play Dragon Knights and play it for Vayne, and go ahead and get, smash some face, and just, be chilling. Just be chilling like a villain, with no villain. I don't know why I did that, I'm sorry. Anyway, so he does play with the young Matera, like, I'm really, really glad I don't have sound effects on because I probably would have this in Japanese and that'd be a problem. Anyway, so he does trade here. That's fine. But you see here that like he had to have a swing evolve to clear this board because if he had anything else, he'd be in a bit of problem. Now here I do get very, very lucky. I do top deck the Celia. The Celia helps just further cement my advantage because now I'm about to have 5 creatures to his 1, or really 4 because I'm gonna trade into the Matera obviously. But now we're just kicking it. So basically, the creatures that I got off of that I got off of my Mars, as well as the Mars itself, we're able to trade into the Matera. Now this does kind of speak volumes to how crazy good Matera is, because Matera did actually get me a 4-for-1. Yeah, 4-for-1. Because I kill the Matera but Matera kills 3 creatures beforehand, and he also draws a card as I'm killing it, so it replaces himself. So yeah, a 4-for-1. That's crazy, right? Crazy. So I do actually go ahead and again, trade. And now here I go ahead, I just like step on the gas pedal, just Evo. Now in the past, I maybe would not have Evo'd, but because I've been playing a lot of Sword recently, I kind of know when to just step on the gas pedal now when I need to. That's pretty cool. It definitely rewards me for having played for quite some time. Now here he plays Fairy Circle. I'm like, okay. So you can see he's like a little bit desperate here. Yeah, he plays it for Leaf Man, and as well as Insect Lord. Now, unfortunately, the Insect Lord does not snipe the ward. It had to snipe the ward for him to have a chance, honestly, because like sniping the 1/2, the 1/2 is not going to kill you. The other stuff's going to kill you. So here he's already taking at least 5. If I have Celia here, if I'm not mistaken, if I have Celia here, I believe he does he die. 5. No, he'd be at like 1. But anyway, it's fine. The damage is already done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play Bouse here. I play Bouse, so I go ahead and grab the Pure Bomb or Spell Bomb. I'll just gonna drop it here. I'll go then play my Omen of Usurpation. I will actually go ahead and evolve here. I'll go ahead and evolve the trade. I really like doing that with the Omen of Usurpation, just because you basically just get a free loot for no reason. And the loot cards are usually can be stronger than Evos depending on what you get. Like if you get the rush card, that's fine. Which is like the Gilded Boots, and of course you get any other ones, those are fine too. Now the big reason why I made the evolve is because I made sure this way there'd be no like silly shit. There'd be no like any like funny business he can do, and I'd be able to make sure that he could only ever play a Matera here. If you're playing a Matera, that forces your last Evo. If I force your last Evo and then I play Arthur, how do you win? Like it's literally 20-8. Like I could literally just he got dunked on, honestly. So he does evolve the Matera here. Now he thankfully does evolve it in the correct way, and by killing my Omen of Usurpation. But we see here how again the impact from Mars is still here. Like this time he only gets a 3-for-1. This time he only gets our 3-for-1. I don't have to lose any face damage. And now I have an Arth that I can freely play, and he's got nothing. He's got Jack. Like, he would need to play an Insect Lord, and the Insect Lord would need to, like, win the 50-50. Now we do actually see him go for it here, but even then, like, he's so far in the back. He doesn't even get the 50-50, just, so far in the back. Now here, I got scared. When I was recording this initially, because I had to wonder if I missed lethal here, but no, thankfully I did not miss lethal here. I was actually 1 off lethal. Unfortunately, the Gilded Blade cannot go face; it can only hit creatures, which is actually, I guess, good. But yeah, so I'm just gonna and play the Apostle here. And I played the Apostle here, hoping I could get the buff thing. Because honestly, I didn't think there was a way that I could lose from this spot, which is why I did this. So I just did it. But I guess technically playing the Arthur is a little bit better because you get more creatures, so you can play around wards that way. But here he plays Green Glen Axeman, but unfortunately for him, it's not good enough. He's just dead on board. So he makes a trade, then realizes, oh hey, I'm dead, and then just concedes before I can finish my attacks. Yeah. So this game was again pretty stompy, but again, this is what Mars does for you. This is why I still play Mars even after all this time, because Mars she's that girl. She's literally your bottom bitch. But yeah, going on, we're gonna go ahead and go right on to the game 4 versus Blood. So as I said before, for game, I think it was game 1, yeah, versus Blood, I usually just go for a sort of preventative measure, in which if I stop the early game traction, because it's really an early game snowball deck. It's like an aggro deck that has a combo finisher or something like that. So you just want to go ahead and stop the early momentum. You stop that, then your stored things kind of come into play. You just kind of do the natural thing and just shut that shit right on down. So I'm going first. That's really good. Because if you go second, you're in a much harder. It's a lot scarier. It's definitely a lot scarier when you go second. So I did keep my Omen of Usurpation, or sorry, not Omen. My Servant. I'm sorry, my Servant of Usurpation, because I find that most times people in this matchup, they just like don't read the card. You cannot play your Disciple. You can't do that. If you play the Disciple, I'm just gonna go ahead and get plus twos over and over again until you kill it. Because I do this because if I do that, right, I can pick up Goblets. Goblets help immensely. Like, I've actually won games by just, grabbing like 4 Goblets and, 4 mana, gain 8 HP versus a deck that can only burst you down. That's crazy good. So here he plays Snarling Chains. I was glad he played this because this now means I have a space to go and play my Mars. As he's done the last game, if I can get the Mars to stick, I can probably run away with the game. Unless, of course, he plays the Servant of Lusk, which is the 4/2, which can possibly stop my high roll. Now, we do look back at the mulligan, we see that he didn't redraw any cards at all, so I'm like very, very scared as to what he could have, as to what he possibly have in hand. Just because these AA boys, they wild, they wild. You never know what's going through like an AA player's mind, because sometimes they're playing well or not, and other times just playing like crap. Now here, this turn was kind of interesting for me. I do ultimately decide to not play anything out at all. I don't need to. I don't want to give him a free kill with Vera either, because I can see that he probably wants to evolve that Vera, right? So if I don't give him that, he probably won't do it, because again, AA player, by the way. Now here, he plays the Servant of Lust. I'm like, okay. So this gives me a free kill here. There are a lot of different ways for me to do this. And I do think about playing Celia like 3 or 4 times before ultimately doing it, because I had to like double check and think about that, think about how I wanted to do it. Now, unfortunately for me, because I did play Celia, I will have to go ahead and evolve it to get and trade into a Sky. Now this is very, very scary, but he literally spent turn 2 and 3 using Snarling Chains, right? So what are the odds that he has another Snarling Chains in his hand? Now, mind you, it's actually decently high, because they technically play 9 copies of Snarling Chains, so it's decently high. But here is the Vera. Now, I didn't want to play at literally any of my other units, because I didn't want them to get in range of just dying to Vera. I felt like this would be the best way to get me the stickiest board possible. Now he does drop the young Razor Claw here. I'm like, okay, so that's really. So that's several of his self-damage things out here. I'm like, okay, that's good. He plays the Perish here, which means I guess he realized that he's not gonna be able to get the Flaros thing, or maybe he's gonna try to set it up later. So far, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's played about 4 or 5 self-damage effects now. Oh well, when in doubt, we just go to the handy dandy checker here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so he's played 6 different self-damage things. And this is terrifying here. He plays Disciple of Lust as well. I'm like, okay. So I can kill both units, but it will cost me last Evo, unless I use Coup, which I will go ahead and do, because Coup is a little bit safer. I mean, mind you, it's still very, very scary, because he's used so much self-damage. So technically speaking, he could drop a turn 6 Valnarek, which is not unheard of. He is drawing 2 cards here, and the Valnarek, it can come through, it can just drop me on my neck straight up. Like, Valnarek is basically it's basically in a lot of ways a more insane version of Emeralda, because you can play multiple in the same turn, and it just gets bigger and bigger. Like, as you see here, it's literally a 4/6 now. It's a 4/6 that has Storm. Next turn it'll be a 5/7. So it's basically like Super Albert, kind of. Well, it's basically like an Albert that's like more fair, but it's still kind of broken at the same time. Anyway, so here what I have to do is I have to go ahead and I have to just play my Dragon Knights. I play it for Vayne. Now here I did kind of misorder this slightly. Well, you can make the argument I misordered this, but yeah, I do go ahead and do it this way, and then play my Usurping Spineblade last. Although I could have played it first to see what I would have gotten. Although I don't think it would have mattered in this particular instance, because I was going to tap out on mana anyway. But anyway, I now have the board sort of. I can't third lethal, but I have the board. So here he starts with the Gift of Blanket, and when he starts with this gift, I'm like, oh crap, did I just die? Like, why is he playing this gift? And then, but no, he just plays Evil Eye. I'm like, oh, okay, I see. This is like, well, it's fine, quote unquote, it's fine. So he knows he still needs a bit more damage. I see now that, oh, well, there's a tracker there. He only did 8 damage with that. So, all right, now I'm technically at 4. If he has Razor Claw and then Dark Feast Bet on 9, I just die. So I have to try to be able to step lethal here, and I have to not take damage here. If I take damage from any of these units, I'd probably stand in the spot. But thankfully, I top deck like a champ. I top deck the Apostle of Usurpation. This is a godly top deck, by the way. Like, I straight up, like, no cap, actually just a godly top deck. So I can actually kill all 3 units without even needing to see what my 3rd card is. As long as it's anything playable, that's great. I think that I get the Goblet. The Goblet had to happen here, just this way I can be extra safe and not die. Now, I did almost misorder that, but yeah, you're supposed to use the ping first to kill the bats. This way you won't have to worry about any 50-50s. And then we lastly kill that, and we're just like, cool, amazing, good. So now I'm at 13, so I basically just undid part of his turn there, and now you don't have to worry about dying yet, so it's great, it's wonderful. Now here, he does play Demonic Ram for another Demonic Ram, and like I said, these AA caps, like, at Masters, you don't see people playing Demonic Ram anymore, because there is this, it's like dead weight. Because it's kind of like, well, I don't want to say it's a win more card, but like, it kind of feels win more at times. Anyway, this turn. Okay, so for this turn, basically, yet again, I have to try to full clear the board if I can. So thankfully, yet again, I picked up a Savage and Fire top deck that allows me to both push for damage and set lethal, and that of the young Octrice. Now, it doesn't matter that Octrice isn't able to steal me like the last word. What matters here is that she gives me treasure cards. The treasure cards are, again, fire, actual flames. Now, ideally, she can maybe give me more goblets. Alright, she does give me 1 goblet, and I go ahead and trade. I just go and goblet my face. Yeah, because I know I can't die from this spot, and I just go and drop the young boots, and I go ahead and go face. The going face, again, has to happen, so in order to try to step lethal, so I'm really glad it gave me that. And, he just knows. He just knows he's dead, and he can't do anything. I'm, like, glad. So I go ahead and just, kill him. So this game worked pretty well in my favor. Like, my opponent did have a pretty good, what feels like a pretty good opening hand, but his opening hand was very slow and very reactive. Like, he didn't try to even attempt to make a push to try to get some things in his favor. Like, he just tried to rely on the whole, oh, well, I can kill all of your units, and then just went with Dark Beast Bat. But a plan like that doesn't work versus Sword, and definitely doesn't work when you go second. So he did kind of choke there, but again, like I said, it's a large part of playing, just being able to have the matchup experience. I've played a lot of Sword, again, literally a lot of Sword in the last 5 or 6 days or whatever. So I do have a lot of matchup experience for a lot of these. Well, I already have matchup experience. I have even more now. And that's and that goes a long way. It goes a long way to just be able to get you these young W's and whatnot. So playing these 4 games were already enough to qualify me for the finals, but qualify me for finals. But of course, gotta go ahead and see if we can win the game 5, which will be the next video. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you felt about the series so far. If you liked it, cool. If you hated it, cool. Let me know. I'm always trying to improve, so just let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.